What is the greatest common factor of positive integers x and y? Now here we have to find out the greatest common factor. Greatest common factor is also known as greatest common divisor. So we call that GCD. So GCD of x and y is to be calculated. But here I have chosen this question especially because the question is talking about the fractions. So here we need to understand that how to take the GCD of fractions. That means if we have GCD of a upon b and c upon d, we calculate that by calculating GCD of numerators divided by LCM of denominators. And so this is how we calculate the GCD. Similarly, if in some other case one is needed to calculate the LCM of fractions a by b and c by d, then we always calculate LCM of numerators and divided by GCD of b and d. So, and please understand this thing, GCD or HCF or GCF are the same things. So these are several basic concepts that we need to understand, and if we know them, then answering this question is definitely not a problem for us at all. So now we will be quickly answering these questions. Now let's look at these statements and see how they're useful. The first statement says the greatest common divisor of x by 2 and y by 2 is 5. So we know that GCD of x by 2 and y by 2 is equal to 5. But GCD of x by 2 over y by 2 is GCD of x and y divided by LCM of x and y, LCM of denominators. And the denominators here we know are 2 each. That means the numerator remains as it is, GCD of x and y, while the denominator, that means LCM of 2 and 2, becomes 2. And this we already know is equal to 5. So now we can cross multiply, and then we can see that GCD of x and y becomes equal to 10, and therefore we are calling the first statement is clearly sufficient to answer the question, eliminating options B, C and E. Now we only have to check the second statement. The second statement says that x and y are even. Now there are various possibilities that we can look forward to. For example, if x is 2 and y is equal to 4, the GCD becomes equal to 2. And if we take x equal to 4 and y equal to 8, then GCD becomes 4. Since we have inconsistent values of GCD, therefore we call it not sufficient, and answer to the question becomes option A, which means the first statement alone is sufficient to answer the question, but the second statement alone is not sufficient. So by this example, I hope you will be able to internalize the concept of GCD and LCM of the fractions. Thank you so much for watching this video.